Whoa! Hey, I'm John Bolger with Premier Guitar. I'm here with Paul Gilbert of Mr. Big. Paul, thanks for joining us today, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, tell me about that crazy guitar. What do you tune to?
I have, well, first of all, everything's down a half step.
Okay.
So even, I'm going to call it E, but it's actually D sharp, I guess.
Okay.
But it's 3 E's. I've got a high E, a middle E, and a low E.
Wow.
And so that way you can stretch out and do an arpeggio, and it's the same frets on each string.
Oh, wow.
And you just go across, and it makes it, and plus the guitar itself is a shorter scale.
Yeah.
So those insane stretches, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be, I mean, it's not a small stretch, but it would be impossible, you know, on a normal guitar, but I can get all the way down to the C. And just to make it all that more crazy, there's the secret thing that a Boss DD3 pedal will do, which is you play something, and right after you play it, you hit the pedal on, and it grabs the last little bit and just loops it.
Oh, wow,
so
cool.
if I go, it just loops it. So if I play something crazy like, you know, and then it gives me a little time to think in between arpeggios.
Right. Wow, man, that is like superhuman. Yeah. That is so cool.
Yeah. And that's the secret of playing fast, to make it easy. If it's not easy, you can't speed it up. So this is really easy to play.
Wow. Okay, that is awesome.
Yeah. I only use it for about a minute during the show, but it's you know, the peak of the shred, so it's worth it to have it on the stand ready to go.
That is too cool. Okay, so that is awesome. Now, let's talk about this one. This is your #1, your signature.
It is.
How long have you had this signature guitar? Like, Ibanez came out with it like 20 years ago or something like that? I mean, how long ago?
Well, I've been with Ibanez about 30 years now.
Yeah, wow.
This particular one.
You were a kid. You were a kid when you first.
Oh, I'm still a kid. I'm just a deaf kid. Yeah, this particular model. Well, this exact one has probably been out, I don't know, 2 years. But the first signature model I ever had came out maybe '89.
Okay. Yeah.
So somewhere around there.
Yeah, great. So tell me about this one, the latest incarnation of it.
The latest one is, well, it's called a Fireman, and it's the opposite of the Iceman.
Right. The
which
Paul
was
Stanley.
Look kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
And you know, but I had them put a cutaway there so I can hit the high notes.
Right.
And it's sort of a guitar of opposites, because, you know, normally you get your volume and tone, but I reversed it.
Oh, cool.
Because, you know, I can't look most of the time, because I'm looking at the audience or I'm singing, and so I have to be able to, you know, I'm up here because I just played a big chord.
Yeah.
You know, and then somehow I got to get back down, and so my hand comes around, and the first thing that I come to is the volume.
Oh, okay.
And that I want it to be the first thing I come to from a big Pete Townsend strum.
Sure.
So that's why I have the volume there. The pickups are angled, which gives me a slightly warmer sound on the high strings.
And it's the opposite angle of like a Telecaster.
Yeah. So instead of making you deaf immediately, it makes you deaf after, you know, it takes longer. You know,
yeah.
It's just a warmer high end.
Oh yeah. Killer. And those are DiMarzios, right?
These are DiMarzio Air Classics, I believe, which I love.
Yeah.
The middle one is a DiMarzio, I think it's an Area 67 or something, but I can't remember. Yeah. It's just got a thick neck on it, which is just, you know, I found that thick necks tend to have good tone.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds killer. So, do you stay on this guitar most of the night?
I do, actually.
Yeah.
I've got some others for other songs, but this one gets the most usage.
Yeah, and this, if you want to get whammy-ish.
Yeah, this is a a new one from the custom shop. And it's got the Ibanez Edge tremolo on it, which it stays in tune perfectly.